Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to English Literature Podcast. In the first episode, we are from English Literature in UIN Raden Masait Surakarta, or we can call it Elite 22. And we will talk about get to know more about English Literature in Raden Masait Surakarta. Okay, of course we are not alone here. We have a very special guest. There is Mr. Zainal Mutakin, who is the coordinator of English Literature Study Program. Okay, how are you, sir?
Fine, and how are you?
I'm fine too, thank you. Alhamdulillah, I'm so happy to hear that. So today the topic we will talk is based on questions by several students or prospective students who may be confused about our study program. Okay, maybe you can explain. So the first question is, what is English literature? Is it same as English education study program or no?
The difference between English literature and English education. Okay, even though there's a similarity between the English literature and the English education, they have some differences here. That the English literature department focusing on teaching the literary works. Meanwhile, the English education has the purpose to produce English teacher. So the product of these two departments are different. English literature department produce literary work critics such as poems, prose, and drama.
Okay.
Meanwhile, English education department produce the aspect of teaching in teaching English. Yeah. So the significant difference between the English literature department and the English education department lies in the product resulted by those two departments.
Okay. It turns that the difference between study program is very significant. And how long English literature study program has been at UIN Raden Masait Surakarta, sir?
English literature study program was founded in 2001.
Okay.
So up to now, it has been about 21 years. And about the reward that has been achieved by the English literature department is accredited A by BAN-PT.
Okay.
I think that is high achievement from our new department because it is achieved in about 5 years ago. 5 years ago,
okay.
In 2007. 2007. So for the new study program, I think it is high achievement to get A from accreditation from BAN-PT,
Alright.
the highest score from BAN-PT.
Okay, it's been quite a while. So, may I know how many awards have been received by our study program, sir?
How many awards?
Yes.
I think there are a lot of awards from gotten by our study program, but I cannot remember it exactly. Some of them are given by the university, or our institution, Yayan Surakarta or UIN Raden Masait. Now, one of the award is getting the highest score in AMI kind of the measurement for the standard of the study program.
Okay.
And we got the highest among the other study program in Yayan Surakarta. It is almost similar with the accreditation from BAN-PT, but the scope is local, under the institution Yayan Surakarta.
Okay, that is interesting. It's very, very interesting. So, as an English literature student, I'm proud to hear that. And well, let's move on to the next question, shall we? As far as I know, in the 5th semester, there will be majors and mainstream choices. There are linguistic and literature. Maybe my friend is still a little confused about the difference between the two mainstream. So can you please explain the differences and what will be learned in each mainstream, sir?
Okay, the difference between linguistic and literature major.
Yes, all right.
Actually they have similarity. Linguistic and literature major, both of them closely related to language. However, they also have differences in which that in linguistic major you study focusing on the language, the theories of language and the language use. Meanwhile, in literature major, you'll be studying the literary works such as poetry, drama, and prose. Specifically, you'll criticize scoring the quality of the literary works. So the contents are different. Linguistic major studying language, the theory and its practice. Meanwhile, literature major studying the literary works, especially criticize the poetry, drama, and prose.
Okay, I got it, and hopefully the listeners will understand. Okay, let's move on the next questions. About our study program, English Literature, why don't our university degree have a bachelor's degree or S.S in literature, but a humanities degree or S.HUM, sir?
About the degree?
Yes, alright.
The degree, S.HUM.
Yeah.
Actually, the previous degree for English department or letters department, English letter department, or letters department, letters program study in general is SS, Sarjana Sastra. But it has been changed by the government into SHUM or Sarjana Humaniora. And again, it has been changed or divided into 3 different degrees: SLI Sarjana Linguistic, SS Sarjana Sastra, and SHUM Sarjana Humaniora. For 3 different language study. And here our study program, English Letters Department, decided to take SHUM as the degree for the student or its graduates.
Okay, and with that SHUM degree, what kind of job that we can apply?
I think the benefit on the advantages for SHUM degree is that its coverage is broader than that of SS and SLI. Since SS and SLI limited to literature and language, but for SHUM Humaniora, it can cover culture and humanities. Culture and humanities. So the graduates can apply jobs such as in public relation, customer service, and the other job that is related to human being, related to the interaction between the human being.
Okay. Is there any alumni from English Literature who works for this job?
Yeah, I think mostly our graduates from English Letter Study Program with SHUM degree takes the job as lecturers, lecturers of English department. But some others work as civil servant. I think that as far as I know, but the work taken by our graduates.
Okay, this could be a reference for friends who are still confused about what to do tomorrow when they are graduate. So can we move on the next question, sir?
Okay.
What type of students that the lecturer like during the teaching and learning process? Like, is it diligent student or active students, which has a highly value in the teaching process? How, sir?
Okay, I think simply the student that is preferred by the lecturer in the teaching and learning process is the serious student.
Okay.
Yeah, the student that has the intention to upgrade his knowledge and skill, and has the purpose to be better than before. So they always try to get the higher score, and of course, aside from that, they must be critical, asking what they do not know to the lecturers. And aside from that, the students that are liked by the lecturers are the active student, active in academic and active in organization. extracurricular activities.
Okay, it's look like I have to try to be more critical thinking. Like, okay, let's move on the next questions. This is the last question, sir. So, do you have any tips for a student, for graduate, and get a as-hum degree in 3.5 years?
I think it is not possible to get assume degree in 3.5 years as long as you are serious in your study.
Okay.
Yeah, my tip is that firstly you have to try to get the highest score for every subject.
Okay.
Try to get 4 or A, for example, and then in the next semester you can take the maximum SCU, maximum SKS.
Yeah.
Semester credit unit. For example, instead of taking 21, you can taking 24. So you can finish the subject in 3 years. And in 7 semester on in year 4, you can focus on writing your thesis. I think in a semester or half year, you can complete your thesis as long as you are serious and you have completed all the subject in the previous semesters.
Okay, so we have to seriously for that, yes. Alright, since all the questions have been answered, I think it's enough for today's episode. Thank you to Mr. Zainal for taking the time to answer all the questions. Okay, and also thanks to the listener who have listened to this podcast carefully. Stay tuned and see you to next episode. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.